Chapter 7, Journey of Health, Infertility, and Pregnancy. Jim Rohn says, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Journey of Health. On the airplane, the flight attendants always say during an emergency to be sure to put your oxygen mask on first before helping others put theirs on. In July of 2014, I was exhausted, frustrated, and feeling stuck with my health journey. My friend Stephanie began sharing more about this brown box that changed everything for her. So on July 9th, I decided to try it. I was skeptical. I ordered the biggest pack because I wanted to try it all in order to take out all the guesswork of the equation. In 3 to 5 days, my brown box arrived on my doorstep. I opened it and started using it immediately. Once I started, literally within 3 days, I felt like a whole new person. The fog cleared. In the coming days and weeks, I also started to notice a difference on the scale. My clothes are fitting better. I was approaching size 14 and had a sticky 23 pounds that wouldn't budge. After I lost my sticky weight and even my skinny jeans were baggy, I went to the mall to go shopping. In one store, an associate was helping me find new jeans. She was showing me a particular style that had enough length for me. Being 6 feet tall, it's something I've struggled with my whole life. I was thinking I would need maybe an 8 or a 10, most likely a 10. So she suggested that I try a size 6. I had friends that wore a size 6. I knew that wasn't me, or so I thought. So I took the size 6 out of the politeness and tried them on to find out they actually fit. I had old thoughts that had not caught up to my new identity and body. Boy, I was one happy girl leaving that store with my new jean size. This often happens when we see ourselves in the mirror every day. We see the same person we were before. Often I have found that when I take pictures and compare them to before, it helps my mind see myself in that new body and identity. You may hear people say they were a fat person trapped in a skinny person's body. Their mind wasn't in a pace with their physical weight loss. When I started my journey to get my health back, I began posting my story on social media. It became a part of my life, and others were asking me questions from the beginning. They were too struggling with and were looking for something that would help them. I found it selfish not to share, so I began helping them get started on their journey too. It gave me great joy to help them, and it was like a ripple effect. The more people I helped, the more people they could help as well. In addition to my personal social media pages, I started a Facebook page, posted health and wellness related content. I began making it my personal mission to help transform people, their life physically, mentally, and financially. Often when we try something new, we fall into deception, and our subconscious will give us every reason why we can't do it. You have been given all you need, and all that you have inside of you can get you where you need to go. Don't compare yourself to others. Each person has a different path, so don't compare your beginning to anyone else's. Often we start out to achieve a new goal. We will look to our experiences to see who we know that has achieved that goal. Then we start to compare our paths to theirs. Each person grew up with different circumstances, different locations, experiences were different and will continue to be different than yours. We all have greatness in us. Some believe that and begin shining their light. Others may not believe it for themselves and are hiding behind that curtain. Sometimes others see it in us before we see it in ourselves. I have found daily affirmations change those thoughts to encouraging thoughts that motivate and inspire you to keep trying new things. Whether it's going to the gym, eating healthier food, starting a new business, or trying anything new. This is something I use when I find myself battling in my mind and feeling discouraged. I would think of a word that I felt described me. I would say, I am awesome. I can do anything I put my mind to. And often I would say it the entire lap around the track when I was running, while I was in the steam room, showering, while I was driving, or just when I needed to hear those words. I would say it for days and even weeks, and even again when a negative thought comes to my mind. At first, it may feel funny because it may be something that we may not believe that at that moment in time, but know in our hearts that it's true. Take a moment to give it a try. I also found visualizations to be powerful. Many great athletes, performers, and other successful people visualize. Many people, maybe it's as simple as visualizing what you do want to do tomorrow to take the next step toward better health. If you are starting a new routine, or maybe it's visualizing fitting into a new pair of jeans, or how excited you will feel on that next vacation when you have reached your health goals. It's also great to create a vision board with pictures that represent what you would like to do, manifest in your life. You can even have a picture of this vision board and save it on your phone or as a screensaver or on your computer. Remember, no dream or goal is too big. At Halloween time, I was extremely proud of my fitness milestones and felt confident in wearing a Supergirl costume to Halloween parties. It felt good, and I wanted to celebrate my milestones. I think body image is an issue that many people struggle with. And for me, it was encouraging to feel good in my own skin. My hard work and dedication was visible. Being a more humble person by nature, it was a time for me to express my inner self. It felt good physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Each day, we have a choice to live in the past, present, or future. As the quote says, we should be living in the present moment. This is something I often struggle with. I find myself in my thoughts getting stuck in the past. That's where fear and darkness lives. When I was starting my health journey, I had to let go of all the other times I tried to lose weight but gained it back. Living in the past will keep you from achieving, doing, and living life to the fullest. You create your future by the actions you take today. Take a moment to reflect on what actions you are taking towards the best version of you, your health goals, and the actions that can take you to where you want to go, so that you can focus on those daily. If there are actions that you are taking today that will keep you from where you want to go, think of the opposite action or what you could do instead to take you to where you want to go. For example, if you want to lose 20 pounds, eating the donut in the morning meeting will not be the best action for you to take to reach that future goal. At a previous job, this was one I had to overcome often. People often celebrate and show their appreciation with food. So in morning meetings, I would bring my delicious and nutritious shake that was like drinking a piece of heaven. It was packed with the right macros, helped my cravings, and gave me willpower to pass up the carb-loaded donut that I would regret eating later. And I would keep from feeling the way I desired. Do you take care of yourself and your health first, or do you let your health lag because you are putting others first? Are you someone that struggles to lose weight? Are you low on energy? Are you stressed? I want to help you and others transform their lives. You can learn more about the Love Life, Be Life, Share Life program. This program gives you access to the secret weapon coaching to help you get your health back. Daily beginner and advanced workouts, nutrition information, recipes, and motivational messages. I lost 23 pounds without gaining it back in healthy weight, have sustained energy, and feel amazing. Then after having my first child, I lost over 50 pounds and was able to wear my size 6 jeans again. Want to see how 90 days can change your life? And if you want more info, I'm happy to share it with you and to send it to you. Email me a message at jessicamauderer, MAUDERER, @hotmail.com. jessicamauderer@hotmail.com with the numbers that apply to you, and I will get back to you with the appropriate information. Number 1, someone who wants to get healthy and maintain optimal health. Number 2, someone who wants to lose 10 to 30 pounds in 3 months. Number 3, someone who wants to help maintain stress and get focused. Number 4, someone who struggles with digestive issues. Number 5, someone who eats clean but is stuck in their health goals. Number 6, someone who wants to get rid of muffin top. Number 7, someone who wants to be less anxious. Number 8, someone who wants to build their immune system. Number 9, someone who wants to eat less sugar. Number 10, someone who wants to work out or who likes to work out. Number 11, someone who hits the 3 p.m. lull or mid-afternoon crash in energy. Number 12, someone who wants to sleep better. Number 12, someone who wants to sleep better. Number 13, someone who wants more energy. Number 14, someone who wants to drink more water. Number 15, someone who is just ready for a change. Number 16, someone who suffers from mood swings and irritability. Number 17, someone who struggles with bad skin. Number 18, someone who wants to age more youthfully. Number 19, someone who wants to take their athletic performance and recovery to the next level. Number 20, someone who wants to earn full-time income with part-time work from home. Number 21, someone who wants better nutrition for their family. Number 22, someone who has children that participate in sports or activities and needs a snack or meals that are convenient yet nutritious. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Journey of infertility. Once we got married, I stopped taking my birth control for the first time in over 15 years. I feel like there isn't enough disclosure on the side effects of girls and women taking birth control, especially for long periods of time. I would have my cycle on a normal basis, so I assumed everything was fine. After trying to conceive without any luck, I decided asking the doctor questions at my next annual visit. She had a few things tested with my blood draw. I received my results and my AMH levels were low. It wasn't impossible to get pregnant, she said, but may have difficulty. She referred us to a reproductive specialist. She also just suggested my husband be tested as well. At the reproductive doctor, they did an ultrasound and looked at my ovaries and also recommended that I have an HCG test to see my fallopian tubes were open. We had great news. They were open for business. The doctor then recommended a series of medical tests and treatments involving prescriptions and me giving myself injections. I felt like that was just putting a Band-Aid on the issue and not finding the root of the problem. I felt like a number. I still don't feel like we were finding out what we could do differently to help increase those levels that were low besides taking medications. As someone who doesn't like needles, that was not music to my ears. I have vasovagal syncope and I could not stand the thought of giving myself an injection. So I pondered the ideas they gave us, and just kept an open mind that there would be a better and more natural way. I'm so glad I did. Later in the year, my friend Stacy and I decided to visit a networking group for early evening social to watch the Chiefs game. The first person we met was Dr. Laura Roos, who is a naturopathic doctor. She was very friendly and said she helped couples who were struggling with infertility. What are the chances? I'm a huge believer that everything happens on a purpose. We were in the right place at the right time. Within a few days, I scheduled an appointment and was overly impressed with the time she took with my husband and I. She recommended a blood test that was more extensive than the first doctor had recommended. She listened diligently and had a great path for treatment for both of us that had not the use of natural supplements instead of medications, along with a great list of foods for us to consume that would benefit our overall health. It would also keep the areas that needed improvement. I was happy as a lark to learn from her. This knowledge has transferred to my overall lifestyle and has helped me tremendously. It undoubtedly will for the rest of my life. Also, I've been a fan of acupuncture over the years for various ailments. The needles were tiny and didn't bother me. My friend Alara referred me to Dr. Monday Kosh, a naturopathic doctor and acupuncturist. During the consultation, he was very attentive and recommended supplements instead of using medications, along with acupuncture treatments. The treatments were very relaxing, which was much needed. We continued our treatments and I focused on the daily activities that would help improve my overall health. For instance, eating healthier foods, getting better nutrition, exercising, getting 8 hours of sleep, drinking plenty of water. I also try to manage my stress levels. Exercising, acupuncture helped, but also meditations. I was a newbie to meditations until I learned about Lori Harder's Bliss Habit, which has guided meditations that were very helpful, especially for beginners. I used the dry erase board on the wall next to the bathroom lavatory and on the refrigerator to remind me of daily actions to take. I created a vision board and a mini picture at my desk. At work, they included images of creating a family. I believe the mind is powerful and visualizing is very important. I remember in the midst of my journey of infertility starting to wonder if we should continue down the same path or try something new. I knew I was feeling great from all the nutrition I was getting. I would hear a news story about someone abusing their children or pregnant women abusing drugs or alcohol, yet here we were just hoping to be parents. I found myself wondering if we should adopt or go down the traditional pharmaceutical route that had so many side effects. In the back of my mind, I knew it could take a while, but days seemed like months. Often we look to others for motivation and encouragement. It's great to do so, but also to look from within to motivate yourself. It's your responsibility to show up every day for yourself. So look in the mirror each day and ask yourself if you are the type of person you want to be. Each morning while I was in the shower, I had a thought that came to me that maybe we should consider adoption. Then the next church service we went to was about adoption. How ironic. They even gave us playing cards of different kids, foster kids, and their stories on them. It definitely was pulling on my heartstrings. I even kept the card I received in my car so that I could send positive thoughts and prayers to the little girl in the card. There are so many children needing good homes, so I kept an open mind and knew that if this was the path that we were supposed to take, then we would know it. We decided we would continue trying on our own a little while longer, which was difficult at the time, but resulted in an exciting outcome. In December 2015, I took 2 pregnancy tests. They were both positive. It was a miracle, and we were very grateful for our little blessing. My infertility journey led me into a good place. and I feel blessed because of it. Sometimes at the beginning of any struggle or bump in the road, it can be hard to see what it is that you're supposed to learn from the experience. I'm healthier and happier than I've ever been. I made lifestyle changes that I feel great about and will impact my health the rest of my life for the better. I became educated in our food systems, what it means to be toxic, how important it is to eat and drink from containers other than plastic, such as glass, when possible. I learned how stress can overtake the body and cause so many problems. As a couple, it's important for both parties to be tested. It's also great to make the lifestyle changes together for support and to grow closer as a couple. I've shared our story with friends and those going through it as well. It's not easy and it's not something that couples should feel like they're going through alone. Journey of pregnancy. I believe I was in a place of more gratitude for my pregnancy and all that it was to come from it, the journey to it. This is an incredible amount of joy during pregnancy. After trying for over 2 years, it was a huge blessing to get pregnant. I am thankful for the journey we had because it taught me more about nutrition and gave me a reason to get healthier. My lifestyle changed, how I thought about food changed, and how I took care of my body changed. My most important goal daily was to take care of my body, so I was doing all that I could to have a healthy pregnancy. I focused on continuing my daily regimen of getting exercise, drinking 8 or more glasses of water, eating nutritious food, consuming the supplements that would fuel my body and support the growing baby. During my second trimester, I started recognizing that I was having trouble mentally with the rapid weight gain. At the 15th week of pregnancy, I realized I was fearful of not being able to lose the weight that I had started gaining. During my doctor's appointment, a scale showed my pre-nutritional cleansing weight, and I had to come to terms with the fact that I was healthy and pregnant. After our daughter was born, I was so grateful that I had the tools to help me lose the weight in a healthy way and to be able to maintain long-term. At the end of my 35-week pregnancy, my husband was taking a business trip to Florida. I wanted to join him. It was a great time for me to get away, relax, and write this book. I know it is easier to travel while it is just the two of you. Soon, our life was going to change, and it was going to be a little harder to travel once the baby was here. During my entire pregnancy, I felt great. And I felt like most of that was attributed to my healthy nutritional regimen, staying hydrated and exercising. I consistently walked or used elliptical 3 or more times per week. I stretched, lifted weights, did lunges and squats. I was playing volleyball and golf until the weather got too hot that summer. I had a day where I was a little dehydrated and my body quickly showed me what can happen. So I decided to be careful so that didn't happen again. I gained healthy baby bump, but didn't have swelling or other things come up with my pregnancy. I also made sure to keep consistent sleep, 8 hours or more. When I exercised, I felt energized and it held my stress levels, even during pregnancy. It's important to care for your body, especially when you're pregnant. I found when I exercised that my cravings for junk food are less, and that helped too. My cravings were pretty limited, and I think it was everything to do with what I was fueling my body with. I have made it a priority to fuel my body with the nutrition that comes to my doorstep in my Love Life brown box. I feel very fortunate to have a healthy and happy pregnancy. I gained my healthy amount of weight and enjoyed my experience. I made my health and wellness a priority. During my pregnancy, I continued to get regular chiropractic adjustments, which helped me with lower back pain. I found the mini cradle maternity belt helped support my ever-growing baby bump and help the pressure off my back. It was just as important for me to take care of my body while I was pregnant as the little miracle was growing inside of me.